Hello, Blue Justin here, still Justin, still not Blue. And after last week's marathon haul that went on for a lot longer than I was expecting, I honestly can promise you today's is going to be a lot shorter and smaller, but there are still some really nice items that I think you might want to see, so please keep on watching. And they're just over here, and I'll start in a moment. Right, first up, we have the new release from Titans of Cult of Clockwork Orange. Obviously an award-winning film. This particular Titans of Cult is a 4K. You can tell that the Clockwork Orange movie was going to be released in 4K simply because I bought the best that was available in Blu-ray just a reasonable time ago, so it was obvious I should have known that it was going to be released in 4K quite soon. For some reason or other, I have noticed that the Titans of Cult releases seem to happen just a little bit after everybody else gets to release their 4Ks. Now I don't know whether it's contractual or whether they just want to make sure they get their packaging right, or it's more complicated. There are things behind the scenes going on. I don't know, but looking forward to giving this a proper watch in the best quality that you can get. Now I know this isn't obviously the only 4K that you can get for this. There are a couple of other special editions that are out there, as well as the regular 4K, at least one of which has an extra bonus disc in there, which this doesn't have, with extras, if you like. This one I know has 2 pins inside rather than the usual one, because it doesn't have any poster making up for that. I know that these are all stickers and they come off though, and most of them will come off with the outer coating, but it will come away. I'm not going to do an unboxing myself. I want to keep it protected until at least I open it up to watch it. However, there's a very good unboxing by Mondo Chelovek Movies, and I will put a link to that in the description for this video. And if you want to know about, especially about the other releases that have come out recently of the 4K, he mentions those in his unboxing of this one, where you can see the details obviously inside here. He is a massive fan of this film, so he's picked up 2 or 3 copies, I think, of the Blu-rays and 4Ks over the years, so he will give you a better rundown than I can do right now. Like I said, that'll be in the description down below. I know it splits opinion, but it's also highly regarded, so I suggest at least giving it a chance. Whether or not that's the spending out a lot of money on a specialist 4K or not, that's totally up to you, obviously. Next one I got, this is a new steelbook for BBC series, though that seems to have slid under lots of people's radar, including my own, called The Watch. The Watch is based in the universe of Sir Terry Pratchett's Discworld, and I believe he was always after doing a TV series based on the characters of The Watch, who, they're sort of like the magical Night's Watch equivalent sort of thing in this world, only probably a lot funnier given the books. Yes, unlikely group of misfits. You can tell from sentence one. This is a new release. I believe there's a regular Blu-ray this as well. It's not just the steelbook you can get, but you know me and steelbooks. Even though it says includes 4 exclusive double-sided art cards, I think the regular release of this also includes the art cards, but don't quote me on that. If I see for definite one way or the other, I'll put it up above and scrolling message, as I tend to. If you might remember that I did actually pick this up, the US release, a little while back. Cost me a fortune to get an import when it was released, because I'm a big fan of Terry Pratchett. I know people who are big fans of Terry Pratchett who don't like the series, though. I will make my own judgment when I have a chance to watch it. However, when the US version of the Blu-ray was being released, there wasn't a steelbook over there, as far as I'm aware, and if there was, it was almost impossible to find to import. And over in the UK, at the same time, they announced a DVD release, but no Blu-ray release, which led me logically to conclude that the Blu-ray was not going to be coming out in the UK, as usual with the UK and Blu-rays, things like that. So, like I said, I got the Blu-ray from the US and imported it. But now, of course, they latterly, just recently announced they are going to be releasing it on Blu-ray in the UK, and they put it on a steelbook, which means I have to buy it again. When I say have to, I know. Right, next up we have a little bit of manga. Anime. I did it again. See, just made that mistake. Yes, I know it's not High School DxD to match the t-shirt, but I've just started watching the season of High School DxD, so that's high up on my list at the moment. This one is an import. Apparently it's available in America and the UK, and it's not out of print, they say, but try actually getting it ordered, and I have a suspicion that's very much the case, that it's not being made at the moment. I'm not sure. I think you might be able to get it from somewhere like Germany, but in that case it'll be German language, Japanese language and German subtitles, so as a non-German speaker or reader I wouldn't be able to understand it, so it wouldn't really suit me. And this is Samurai Girls. It's very, very rare. If you have to ask how much you have to pay out for this one, you're not going to be buying it. It was my present to me for this week, and that's why I've got so few other releases. Essentially, basic plot is gifted student of the samurai way doesn't realise quite how gifted he is until girl falls from the sky into his arms, and when they kiss he magically transforms her into a powerful master samurai, and therefore obviously all the beautiful girls at the dojo want to kiss him and gain their new powers as well. It's not going to be subtle, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it, if you like that sort of maybe. It's the extras are the usual promo videos, the clean opening and closing titles. They aren't really titles, they're clean, but you know what I mean. And the uncensored production sketches. So that indicates where we're going on anyway. But yeah, very difficult to get hold of. I ended up having to get the US one imported from the US, and that was the only place I could actually find it. So that'll be a nice follow-on from when I have done a little bit more watching of High School DxD. Next up, this is one I know you'll all have seen before, but Fighting with My Family. Now, when it came out, since I wasn't and I'm not really a big international type wrestling fan and didn't really know the background or anything, didn't really think it was likely to be my thing, but everybody seemed to rave about it, even if you weren't necessarily into I don't know, is it WWE, WWF? Yeah, WWE, whichever. You see, I don't even know that. But everyone seemed to say it was well worth a watch, and in this particular case, I think I was quite right to not buy it at the time because I'm still not sure. But, and I do apologise for not getting this in ahead of time, letting everybody know. But sometime earlier this week, it dropped to £1.48 of your English pence. So I just went, yes, having it. Everyone says, it seems to say it's very, very good, whether or not I know all about the background. It's good enough to see without that, and it explains itself. So I grabbed it at £1, less under £1.50, for goodness sake. I hate to inform you, but I've just checked and it's now back up to £7 from the same shop. So it must have been a price match on some sale that they found somewhere. Like I said, I'm sorry, you can't get it for what I did. And it just goes to show that keeping an eye every single day on the bargains that you can find. I tend to use the bargains from Blu-ray.com. Even then, they're sometimes a little bit behind or in front by the time you've actually clicked on them, because the algorithm doesn't scan that often. And I'm really looking forward to seeing it. When you can get this, like I said, in my case, for under £1.50, and even the digital version costs you still £6 to get. You know, it's just silly not to get the disc. Next up is one I intended to get for Halloween, but did not quite have time. Well, to be honest, I did have time to order it. It just got slightly delayed in the post. And it is the Gorgon. It's mid-1960s Hammer film production, presented by Columbia Pictures. Obviously not too scary today's audiences. It's just 12, but looking forward to watching it. Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee. Not 100% sure I've actually seen this one in full before, though I have caught an awful lot of these when I was growing up. And being as its indicator, like anything with a rainbow stripe across the top, hello arrow, they've probably done a very good job on it. We've got a high definition remaster, the original mono audio, commentary from a couple of film experts, documentary Heart of Stone, Inside the Gorgon, which was made in 2017, so much more recent than the film itself. So it's an analysis going back by the cultural historian. Hammer's Women, Barbara Shelley, that's a 10-minute thing, also made in 2017. What's he got? Appreciation by Matthew Holness, the actor, writer, director, and Hammer fan, exploring various aspects of the film. The original theatrical trailer, promo material, gallery of stills, lobby cards, and posters. I don't think there's actual means as lobby cards. It's just the gallery of what they look like. The comic strip adaptation, which was done in 1977 in a magazine strip. Now, I didn't know they had a House of Hammer magazine strip. Well, there you go. And again, much appreciated. They've put the effort in and improved the English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, even though I believe the itself is actually in English. They've actually gone through and actually, no, these aren't particularly good for the good subtitles, so we're actually going to redo them. And you'd actually be apparently surprised at how much subtitles cost to do. I must admit, I didn't appreciate it until I was told by someone from inside the industry. It's, like I said, it's 12 with moderate violence, horror, and occasional gory moments. So yes, that's the Gorgon. Another one from Indicator, another one that could have been suited to the month of October, and that's Vampires. It's John Carpenter. I thought it was John Carpenter's Vampires. Yes, it's, you can see it just there. Yeah, we got the high definition remaster, 5.1 surround sound, alternative stereo audio, probably based on the original, my guess would be. There's an audio commentary with John Carpenter, the director. A Guardian interview with John Carpenter. It says part 1, which is based on his interview for 1962 to 83, which was made in 1994. I must say, I wonder on which film that part 2 is provided. I can't believe that Indicator haven't put it out on another one of those discs, but it would be, hopefully they indicate on here where it is. So it'd be a bit annoying to not see the whole thing, but here we go. Yeah, then there's a behind the scenes original making of, cast and crew interviews from 1999, some B-roll footage from 1999, about 9 minutes of that, that's quite a lot. Isolated score, experience John Carpenter's original soundtrack music, the original theatrical trailer, new and improved English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Again, same. Well done, Indicator. Good for you. This one is obviously a bit more modern, so it is still 18 rated for strong violence, sex, language, and horror. And this one is starring, I believe, James Woods, who plays a vampire hunter who works on behalf of the Vatican. Very good movie, really enjoyable, and it's an upgrade from my DVD in this case. And finally, well, I said it was a short selection today, didn't I? And finally, a bit of DC action with The Flash. Now this is season 4, obviously came out just before Aquaman hit cinemas. That's the advertising sticker on here. For some reason or other, this one is incredibly hard to find at a reasonable price. I've picked up seasons 1, 2, 3 and 5, I think it is, all for around the... I'm not 100% sure, I didn't check, £10, £12 mark, something like that. Or even less. But for whatever reason, this one seems incredibly difficult to get. Almost impossible to find new. That this one is a new one, but I had to get it new and sealed from eBay. So I've still got the protective magnetic strip on the back, so I don't know where they got it. I have no idea why this one is particularly hard to get hold of, but it always has been. I think when I picked up number 5, I was intending to pick up number 4, this one, and I thought, well, number 4 is still incredibly expensive for some reason. I'll pick up number 5 now and wait for number 4 to drop in price before picking it up, or if it comes back into stock. Maybe they've got a bit of stock shortage or something, but that was a few years ago, or a couple of years ago, and it's still incredibly expensive for compared to all the others in the DC universe, where you can normally wait long enough and they'll drop from their quite expensive recommended price, starting off at around the £25 to £30 when they're released, and soon dropping back down to something quite a lot lower if you're willing to wait. But like I said, I don't know why this one is so particularly hard to find. It is the one that has the all 4 epic DC superhero crossover episodes on it. And I don't know whether that has anything to do with it, whether people want to see the crossovers and just get everything nicely aligned when they're watching. Those crossovers are with Arrow, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and Supergirl. I can't remember if I've got Legends of Tomorrow. I think I must have. I've definitely got all of Arrow, and I'm mostly up to date with Supergirl. It's got lots of all new featurettes, but I can't believe that's going to make it sell out any quicker. And the usual nice selection of things like San Diego Comic-Con, but that's 2017. So we're talking, this must have been over 4 years old, or getting about 4 years old. So, like I said, I don't know why I haven't got the price. I keep on reiterating that. I know, sorry. Deleted scenes, gag reel, and some other bits and pieces. But other than that, another just excellent season of a very, very good TV series, for which a lot of people say that the actor from the TV series should have been chosen as the Flash for the movies when DC put the Flash into those, to tie the TV and movies closer together. I wouldn't disagree with that, to be honest. I think if you're going to have all these things in the same universe, it makes sense to use the same actors, especially if people are used to them and like them. But I'm not a film casting director. I don't have that power, and we should just wait and see if it ever happens again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that relatively short. Relatively, I'm just looking at the time. I did spend a little bit of time talking more about them because I knew I had some spare time left over. And like I said, I hope you really enjoyed watching those. Hope you got something out of this video. Please hit the like button if you liked it, because that really does help the channel. Please comment down below if you have anything to say or talk to me about the video. Feedback is always appreciated. I do read all the comments I get, and I respond to them all as soon as I possibly can. If you aren't follow me already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for when I've got future videos coming out, so you're informed about them. Please do also follow me on my Facebook group page for this channel. Again, that's got a link in the description of this and all of my videos. And if you want to contact me directly and you don't have Facebook, I've got my Instagram link down there as well. And as I said, for the Clockwork Orange unboxing for that Titans of Cult, please check out Mondo Chelovek Movies unboxing, which I really enjoyed. And if you like his channel, please subscribe to him too. So yes, I wish you all the very best, and this should be out. I don't know why I'm saying this, because it'll be out when you're watching it, but yeah, this should be out as usual on mid Monday afternoon. I'm hoping to record 1 or 2 extra videos this weekend, a long weekend that I've got, so I can start editing them so I can release them as spread out to fill in some gaps, because I realised I haven't done any unboxings or put anything in particularly recently. And I appreciate you watching. In the meantime, please keep on enjoying everybody's YouTube channels, including Mondo's, and watching the TV and the movies and going to the cinema as you enjoy. Cheers.